in terms of optics too. Harry Maguire played in the England squad, got brought in, own goal, ended up England winning 3-1, but he essentially gave Scotland their goal. Southgate defends him afterwards. Augie, are we with all the injuries though? We're talking about off the field stuff and Sancho not even factoring. Is Harry Maguire going to start this week? I mean, they got Brighton at home, and they go on the road to Bayern, and they go on the road to Burnley. That's the next 7 days. Are we going to see Harry Maguire featuring for United throughout the course of this week?
I think he'll probably start on Saturday against Brighton because the simple fact is Rafael Varane is injured. Lisandro Martinez looks like he's injured as well. So in terms of personnel at the back, they're really struggling. The fact that Maguire and Lindelof could start, and if Lindelof's fit as well. So Harry Maguire didn't want to leave in the summer. He wanted to stay and whether it's fight for his place or wanted to wait until United paid him what he felt he was due. But it looked like he wasn't going to get many games. So now he's back in the team because of injuries. But the situation with Maguire is that when he came on at Arsenal as a substitute, he was cheered by the Arsenal fans. They sang his name. And that is never a good look if the opposition fans are singing your name. And then when he came on for England at Scotland last night, the same thing happened. The Scotland fans were basically cheering every time he got the ball. And then he scored the own goal. So, I really feel for Harry Maguire right now because whether you rate him as a player or not, and I don't think he's Man United quality, if that's happened, if you become the butt of jokes of fans across the country, then that isn't great. And I think, we have to kind of consider at times, we talk about, the mental health of players. What is that he's doing to Harry Maguire? I don't know. But he's had a bit of a rough ride from the United fans as well. There's quite a lot of United fans think that he should have gone and freed up that money for another signing. So you kind of hope the United fans get behind him this weekend because if not, his confidence will be absolutely through the floor. So it's a big weekend for Maguire in terms of ability-wise, but also how he's kind of received by the fans from both sets of fans, really.
Yeah, and you can see that. I mean, I was at that United Arsenal match, and as an Arsenal fan, I may have been cheering as well when he came on. Johnny Evans was on the field too, by the way, which was, it was an interesting situation going on there. Stevie, from a player confidence standpoint, like if they're going to have to rely on Maguire, would you think the fans would at least support him in the fact that like they're kind of out of options, or do you expect him to still get booed and whistled and struggle this weekend?
Well, you'd expect your own fans to support him. You can't expect anything else from the opposition. Harry Maguire's become the biggest villain in England since Beckham when he got sent off against Argentina. It feels that bad. And now with Augie, from a professional point, I feel bad for him. Because when your confidence is low and you're expected to do certain things and you're just not in a position to do it, then you're only going to fail. And I'm actually torn in two about Southgate. Because I don't know whether Southgate... I understand Southgate trying to help Harry Maguire by keeping him in the squad, and he's talking about his influence in the dressing room and within the squad, and he's a senior player, and I get all that. But part of me thinks that he's not doing him any favours because he's not in a position to play, certainly not at international level. And again, we saw it in the Scotland game with the own goal. It's just he doesn't pick his feet up, he doesn't read the situation. I mean, there's so many things that went wrong in that particular moment, which are because of the situation he's in. He's not playing, and so how do you expect somebody to be sharp and certainly between your ears be sharp, never mind your legs? So I'm kind of stuck with Southgate. I personally think he should just give him a break. He needs to get away from Man United and start again and basically get a base again. And then you never know, go from there. But whilst he's at United, whilst he's playing every 4 or 5, one every 4 or 5, whatever it is, while he still comes on for England and makes a mistake, he's just going to keep getting deeper and deeper in the mind of certainly away fans. But as far as United fans, I'd be disappointed if I was standing next to if I was a Man United fan, I was standing next to a Man U fan who was giving him pelters for no particular reason. I think I would say something. So United fans need to get together and get behind this guy. Because if they don't, they're only going to lose out in the long run.
Yeah, and that's a big match. Obviously, Brighton, top 4, top 6 contenders. That's a huge game, to say the least, coming up this weekend. As big games after that as well.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.